everybody hooping outside, y'all on the game now. Everybody got to be focused on making money, paying the bills, and all that. So it's like we barely even have time to like chill with the boys or do anything like that. And then like how you was saying too, like how you gotta let your people like know you love them. Like my friend group, I love you. Right when you walk in, right when you walk away.
Yeah.
Every single time. People thought me and my friends had been like dating. I'm like, no, that's my boy. Like, you swing on him, you swing on me.
Yeah.
So it's a wrap. And like people know what's up, like ride or die.
Yeah.
Like I feel like men are kind of scared to look weak just to tell their best friend, they're like homeboy, hey bro, I love you, like for real, for real.
Yeah, and I know like me growing up, I don't know everyone's age in the room, but I know I'm probably like one of the youngest. I'm 22, and I'm pretty sure like y'all know like it's been like a complete change in like societal like ways. So it's like I've lost a lot of like friends due to like violence, tragedy, health, just all type of stuff. So like he was saying, like me and my like that's so normal in my friend group because we got so many people that we don't like we'll never be able to tell again like I love you. And it's just like those words just mean so much. Like every time, like that's such a normal thing for me and my brothers to say. It's like it's not like emasculated at all. So I would suggest y'all tell y'all people that because it's nothing. It's such a regrettable feeling not being able to like tell somebody that you know you truly love that you love them.
And I think a lot of people know,
and that'll help you start like being more vulnerable with people.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know, like this guy in my friend group, they love me. They may not say it, but I know they love me. But a lot of us we need those words of affirmation. Mm-hmm. Like we really need, I love you. Like a lot of these young men really needed to hear, I love you from their dad. Mm-hmm. Their dad might have provided for them and might have been able to, Denzel Washington fences. He was like, don't I provide for you? Don't I pay for you? Or, don't I have a roof over your head, food? But he was like, Dad, I just need you to tell me you love me. Yeah. And I think when you're able to get those words, that really breaks these barriers that a lot of us really go through.
I think one thing, like especially us as men, we forget the power of our words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like we forget, like.
I think people underestimate time and opportunity too.
Yeah.
I think it's so crazy how you say that, like, they underestimate the power of words, yet it's so easy to say negative things versus positive things. When positive things make anyone feel better, but negative things is constantly tearing down. Why is it so much easier to speak negatively on yourself, on the people close to you, or anyone else that you see around you, versus just speaking positivity? There's nothing wrong against saying things that can uplift yourself or uplift those around you. I think that's really crazy. Like that's a topic within itself.
It's a deep conversation.
Yeah.
Something he said about opportunity is big to me because I actually had a situation with my dad about a couple of years ago. I mean, I'm 25 years old now, but 26 this year, and I can't remember what was going on, but I remember I came to his room and I just tell him a little something about what I'm doing, stuff like that. And then at the end of it, I walked out and I was just like, okay, is he not proud of me? Like, I'm doing the right things going on. So, I walked back in there and I remember I almost cried that day because I was just that angry that I was just like, what's going on? So I looked at him in the eye and I was just like, is it what's not good enough? Not candid. Spoke to him and everything, and he just looked at me. He was like, I'm your dad. I'm here to support you, be the man of the house. Your mom can give you all that self-love, all that kind of stuff. She can do all that for you. Yeah. But I'm here to keep it straight with you and let you know what you're doing is good, bad, stuff like that. But if you want the self-love, that's what your mom is for. And that's kind of, he saw it in my eyes that I was for real, like, what, like you really just can't be open like mom is. Like, it's open. Mom is love, I get that, but why can't you be loved at the same time too? And I'll never forget that day because I really believe, like it's an opportunity, that day changed them. Because ever since that day, I'll see them talking to us in a group chat, in person. I love you guys. You guys are doing great. And I know, like, nobody else in the house knew that conversation happened or knew that barrier was broken between me and him. But, like, ever since that day, I kid you not, I've seen him openly saying the things that he wasn't doing before. Like, don't get me wrong. I know my dad loves me. But it's one thing to hear it than to say, like, he wants to sit back and just say, you're doing good, I'm straight. But it's one thing to actually hear it when you never know when you need to hear it. So, like I said, that day changed everything. And I saw his change and just verbally saying it over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
I'm glad you're able to have that conversation with your dad.
For sure.
Yeah, and I've been learning to take like what my parents say with a grain of salt, because like I get it from both sides. Like what you were saying, like definitely I know like both my mom and my dad love me, but it's just like I also had to understand like they're holding me to a certain standard that it's just like even if I feel like I've done something that may be accomplishing and I may feel accomplished from it, that doesn't make it enough. So it's like sometimes when you present your accomplishments to people, especially our parents, they know you can do. It's like it's basically like you walk into your parent telling them you can crawl. Like I know you can do that. So right. It may feel like they just shooting it down or dumbing it down, but it's just like it's just so much more work to be done in their eyes that they see, because they know like this is just entry level potential that you showing me right now. Like this is what I raised you to be able to like show me more, and that's so valuable because some people don't have that, and you kind of need them people to like kind of like cut your wings off when you flying and kind of like bring you back down to earth and make you like want to grow your wings again and start flying again. Right. So I'm glad like you was able to have that conversation with your dad, because I had to have a conversation similar with my dad on a whole different tip about me feeling like he wasn't there as much and why I resented him so much. But then when it came down to like me becoming a father, I had a real realization moment that if I had to bring my baby girl into the world that day, I wouldn't have been able to be half the father he was. So I doubled back and told him like I apologize for how much I resented you and how much I just this wall I put up between us, because you really you really are like a great dad. So it's like we gonna look back at our days, because we know like nobody lasts forever. So it's like really just take in even the things that our parents don't, that may tell us that feel like it's a Debbie Downer or whatever. Like still take that in and realize like hear what they saying and not what you wanted to hear. In a sense, like maybe it's not what you wanted your parent to tell you, but maybe at the same time you needed to hear that to like put that so you don't get relaxed or you don't feel like okay, I can settle here, or like this is because it's always another step to keep going.
Exactly.
Yeah, to go back to the point about, I can't remember who said it, but affirmation, it goes a long way.
Yeah,
that's really strong of you too. And I think like just for this whole thing that we're doing, we're coming from generations that didn't have the strength or the capability to focus on these things. So just as much as they were bred to just put everything behind them, or just understand that if I'm the father, I'm doing this, your mama can do all the other emotional stuff. Like now we're here trying to proactively change the narrative. Like no, like we're doing the work now so it doesn't reflect on our children and our generations after us. So I really applaud you for that, because now you have a better sense of awareness for yourself as you grow into your fatherhood with your baby girl. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a life changer for you and for her. Yeah. And I think that's incredibly healing. And
it definitely put us like in a place where it was just like so much easier to like talk to him, because I realized like throughout the years of like resentment, I really like held my father back from like really knowing his son. But like now today, like I live with him. We stay together, we talk, we had these conversations. And now with his age, like I almost lost him early. I want to say like early 2022, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And that kind of put a lot of stuff in perspective. Like, so the fact that he was able to like overcome it and beat it and be now to this day cancer free, it's just such a blessing, because without like, you never know, like I said, you never know when that time gonna come. So it's best to just not live, to just have them conversations and get stuff off your chest, because like you said, it may lead generations after you to be able to like have an open understanding with self. So it's just like, I don't know.
Thank you, God, for that. Congratulations to your father.
Yeah.
For real. And it's so relatable. Like we all understand how short life is, and we didn't even know, like Jordan and I, we did not know how close we were with other people in the community too, because my god sister passed away, and it was a horrible accident with her and this other guy that she was seeing at the time. And I showed up to the candlelight vigil and he was there. I had no idea he knew Aaliyah.
Yeah.
You know, and she was 19, had a whole life ahead of her, and she was dealing with mental health issues. And like a year before is when she started, you know, reaching out to me a little bit about this. And this was even before I thought about, you know, being an active mental health advocate. And she was just looking for an outlet back when I taught dance heavily. And so that whole year I was trying to kind of reconnect with her a little more and give her more opportunities to see me, because our big age gap, I didn't really feed into our relationship as much as I feel like I should have. So I'm trying not to like get down on that for like wishing I could have done more for her before her time was called. But it's so true, like, to let people know that you love them, to show them whatever small little bit of support. Like, if you can't do what you wish you could do for somebody, just a little reaching out means the world, you know, because you really don't know when the last time you're going to see them. Like, she literally had her whole life ahead of her. And just to be able to sit next to Jordan, knowing that he knew her too, was just...
And that was one of those ones that was just like one of them ones, like, when the news got brought to me, I didn't even really accept it for like a day or two, probably, because it's just like, it was just one of them like, nah, like, y'all just playing around. And it's just like hearing her say that she had she also dealt with like mental health issues and stuff. It's like you really will never expect it, because it's be the people that got the brightest smiles.
Oh, she was the life.
Or was just so supportive. Like, I just know with my brand, Sleep Team, it's been a brand me and my friends been working on since high school, since about 2016. Well, really middle school and before then. But it's just like, as soon as I met her, she was just supportive. Like, I did a candy drive every year. She always donated bags on top of bags, like anything that I had going on with like my business or my brand. She was just one of those supportive people. And we really did lose a great soul in Aaliyah. And I just, you know, we all cope with like losses and stuff. Like, going back to saying like what I was saying earlier, like just being vulnerable with people and telling them like, I do care about you and I do love you, no matter like what other underlying issues we may have or stuff like that. And it's just like, even with her, like, them one of them people, like, I wish I would have just told them one time, the last time I spoke with her, like, I love you, like, I hope like you good, whatever. But you're not always blessed with that opportunity. So it's just like going back to what we were saying earlier, like, be vulnerable with these people you know you care about, because it's gonna come a day where, you know, the earth gonna turn and that person not gonna be turning with the earth anymore. So
Yeah.
But yeah, Leah was definitely a great soul, very supportive. She supported every party, every function, everything I did. So I've been coping with that loss and stuff, and just like you said, like reaching out with being a person of like advice for her.
She definitely here. She did. But okay, great. So y'all are ready for the next go round.